Mm. I'm stepping all over me for sure. What's good? What's good? What's good? Facebook family, I want to get on here and go live today. I know it's been a while since I went live, so I want to speak a little bit on something I seen on Facebook today. A lady was talking about basically black folks not really sticking together, and everybody, uh, I guess, put themselves first in this world. I have mixed opinions about that, and I just want to see what everybody else feeling on that is. Certain stuff she was saying are facts. We don't need to talk about nobody. We shouldn't talk about nobody in that's going through and trying to get through. Um, what I have noticed going through the years that I was homeless, and it's people that not even kin to you or help you quicker than people that is kin to you. Um, so that's my whole outlook on it. Like people that's not even, they always, when we growing up, it take a village to raise a child. I guess it's only that village only there when you're a child. It goes away once you become an adult. Um, that's my opinion. Some people village is still there, but in certain cases, no. In my case, no. That village being went away. Um, some of them passed away, so some of my village is in the ground. But far as talking about villages being there, family members being there, having your back, that no, that's a lie. Um, so with that being said, all I say is, when you going through, you really find out who really there for you. Um, I see it's 10 people that's in here. So I want to say, hey, thank y'all for coming through for your girl. Um, so that's how I feel. Like that village started to go through, is not always there. Um, family members will leave you high and dry. Even family members that you help. Even family members that, uh, thank you for the like. I appreciate it. Um, even people that you help, they tend to not be there. So going through, please what? Even going through and going through is hard. You question yourself. You question your sanity. Some people are strong enough to get through it, and then there's some people that's not strong enough to get through it. So me personally, I got through it, and I appreciate everything that my like I said. If you go back to some of my old videos, that you will see like some people, uh, that was there for me, and I spoke of them and I gave them their flowers. Now I'm going through a situation where certain family members feel like I promote, or no, not promote. I can't say promote. Um, but I give people praise and don't give everybody praise. I don't praise nobody if if you was there, yes, I'm gonna speak on you. Yes, if some that's part of my testimony. It's not about me praising anybody. It's about me telling my testimony and being okay with my testimony. And those people that brought helped me came through and I'm still going through. Nothing got easier. If anything, things a little harder now. So with that being said, it just it's day to day. I take it. Sometime I can't always go day to day because all day ain't gonna be the same. All night ain't gonna be the same. So my day to day don't always be, like your day to day. All day ain't gonna be the same. Something in your life gonna turn, whether it's in the morning, in the afternoon, at night. So something gonna change, cause nothing is the same, and that right there. I don't know. I'm right now. I'm getting through. I'm getting through. I'm getting ready for Christmas, and I know it's early, but still, that's what's on my mind now. So with that being said, um, sometimes you can't take it day by day. Sometimes you gotta take it hour by hour, minute by minute, second by second. It that's life, and we have to take it as it comes. It doesn't matter whether cause we all go through stuff. We all do. And to hear people say, "Oh, black folks don't stand together. They don't do this. They don't do that." You can't knock somebody for how they feel. We are not the same people. We are not the same people. I get what she was trying to say, but what I don't get is that you don't know how them people been crossed. You don't know what in life got them feeling that way. I just feel like, sometimes we have to take in consideration of what somebody else been through or what got them there. And in sometimes people just don't want to help. They would prefer to see you down. And as long as you down, I have family. I'm not even gonna lie, y'all. I have family members like that. They don't want to see you come up in the world. As long as you down and they feel like they can judge you or tell you what they feel is right, you can't tell me. You can't give me your testimony because my life ain't shaped up like yours. What I'm going through ain't like yours. My testimony ain't your testimony. So, what I have learned, I I start off and I say this. Whenever I'm talking to somebody and somebody asks me a question, okay, so you listen to them. You listen. You have an open mind because you can't tell somebody, okay, well, I've been through this, and you all you got to do is this and this and this. No, you cannot tell somebody that because your walk and their walk is totally different. Yeah, and so I learned from experience, and at the end of the day, you can't always put your opinions on somebody else because your opinions don't matter in their life. What you going through ain't what they going through. You tell them, your best advice is, go to God. Right. You right there with me, sis. um, so that's what I've learned. coming up, because my auntie might be going through this, my sister might be going through that, my brother might be going through this, and everything that I look at and I might not agree with, but at the same time, who am I to tell them otherwise? Or what they doing is not right, or what they going through is not right. Whoever like my videos, I want to say thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all. So that's what I have learned to deal with. That's what yeah, and that's what in the world will take you there. Just worry about yourself. It's about me and mine. And after that, oh well. So and another thing, sometimes you got to sweep around your own front door before you try to sweep around somebody else's. That's true. That's true. And you right. You can't help nobody if you can't. You ain't helping yourself. That's where help starts at. You helping yourself. And yeah, I definitely went through the homeless process. I definitely been there. And when I first came out here, my head was up here. Yeah, I was that girl. It was always okay. I ain't gonna never be homeless. I ain't gonna never be this. I ain't gonna until you in that situation. And then when you in that situation, it makes you stronger. Yeah, exactly. I try to I do. I keep my eyes open. And when I was going through, and I didn't have nobody to turn to. Not family. Family that I helped couldn't even go to them. And the first thing they tell you is when you call them, exactly. Um, the first thing somebody will tell you, even the people that you helped, gave them you in situations where you could be put out, or this, and they could be in a situation where they can help you, and they won't be put out. And I learned then going through that is like, dang, when they was going through, I know they gonna have my back, because when they was going through, I had theirs. That's not always the case. All the all thing you get is they behind the kiss, and if you go to their house, or whatever the situation may be, whatever they can use you for, they'll use you and then want to complain about you being there. I know from experience. Let me say this. Let me say this. I'm gonna say this. Huh? I'm on the phone. I'm finna cook it. My bad, y'all. I can only say this. When I was in them shoes, I went to a family member house. I'm not gonna say their names. I'm not gonna put them on out like that. But when they ain't have nowhere to stay, they didn't have a car to get back and forth to where they needed to get back and forth to. But yeah, that's true. But when they ain't had nowhere to go, the first person they come to us, and when they came to us and was like, I ain't got nowhere to go. I'm sick of it. Every time I'm at somebody's house, they talking about me. They doing this, they doing that. I don't feel safe at their house. So we let them come stay with us. Which, now that I'm, I don't regret helping them, because at the end of the day, you reap what you sow. How you treat people, you got to remember, how you treat people, you have to answer for that. And that's how I feel. I gave you a place to stay. I didn't charge you anything. If you bought something or whatever the case may be. Anyway, y'all, let me get back to the story, because I know I venture off and talk about other stuff. So they came to stay with us for months. Months. I'm gonna say months. So when they stayed with us, Um, we, I was, me and my kid's father, we was paying the bills, or the cat, or whatever, and so they can have somewhere to stay. And it's been multiple family members that I didn't let stay with me, but so they moved out, they moved to their place or whatever the case may be. If y'all ever needed us, we'll be there for y'all. That's their favorite line. So years later, years, I'm talking about a long time later, we fell on hard times. And we was homeless. We went up their house for Christmas, knowing the situation that I was in, knowing what I was going through, knowing everything. But guess what? When my kids woke up, I was doing little odds and ends to try to make money to make sure that my kids had a Christmas. Y'all, you get over there, their kids got all this stuff. And my cousin, significant other, I'm going to say significant other because I don't want to be disrespectful. And that's when I started losing respect. Told my kids, well, some kids ain't get nothing, which is true. But when they little, then when they 4 and 5, they don't understand that. All they see is, okay, these kids, all they see is these kids got something for Christmas. They don't see what we see and be grateful for the holiday. They don't see that. Kids don't understand that. They don't recognize that. All they see is they not getting nothing. Didn't get as much. You know what I'm saying? And then I hear from somebody else, from another family member, oh, she didn't say anything. No, that is not the case. Everybody knew what I was going through. Everybody knew my testimony. So when I was up there, like, I get up, then we was going to get food for Christmas. I done bought all the food, and then they get what they want from me. Didn't give me anything, and you could have. And that's why now then I became to the point like, dang, and then the next day, the day after Christmas, you say, oh, I like my house a certain way, and I'm used to quiet when I gotta go to work. You used to quiet when you gotta go to work. How many times have I helped you? Like at that point, I was like, oh well, I was leaving tomorrow anyway. At this point, I'm letting you know that I know. And even to now, if they look at this video, I don't care, because the truth is the truth. When you had no, I wasn't used to no kids being in my house either. I wasn't used to getting nobody kids every other weekend so y'all can have fun. I wasn't used to coming to you. I wasn't used to a lot of stuff that I was doing for you. But when I needed help, you wasn't there. So do I look at you the same? No. When I was working in, well, not you, yeah. When I was working at the braiding salon and getting your kids when I get off from work, and now you bring little odds and ends over there, and literally mean odds and ends. Your kids didn't want to eat it, and when I go to the restaurant to buy my family stuff, I'm buying for your kids, which is coming from a genuine place, and I didn't have to. I was buying your kids clothes. How many times have you bought my kids clothes? No, you gave my kids clothes. There's a difference. Well, not even my kids. My kid. And then when y'all sit there, oh well, I did this and I did that. What did you do? Let's be honest. I did more for yours than you did for mine. Even in my state, even when I was homeless, I should have known then that you would send for you to send your kids, knowing that we ain't got no place, knowing we in a room with 2 beds, and you sent your kids with us. I should have known then you wasn't no good for me, and that's family, and that ain't even distant family, y'all. It is close kin. That's why I say even down to siblings and siblings talking about I stabbed them in the back. I know I did. When you ain't had nowhere to say, guess who you came to? This guy. I'm talking about it now because this is my testimony. This ain't nobody's testimony. This is my testimony. So when they sit there and say, "Oh, black folks don't come together," could y'all? Did you ever think about it's not always about race? They don't come together because that is what they was that's instilled in them. That's instilled in them. They were slaves when they came here. Their masters did pin them against each other. They was whooping each other. So why would you think somebody like something that's instilled in somebody that can be broken? It can be, but that's gonna take a lot of work. So with that being said, I mean, I know everybody ain't gonna like what I said, but it's the truth. If something instilled in somebody, if that's something they had to go through, you don't know their testimony. You don't know what made them that person. You don't know, you know what I'm saying? Everything happens for a reason. And like I said, I don't know what in life make somebody feel like, oh, it's okay to use people. But then when you get called out on your mess of what you did, a lot of people ain't gonna like me. My family probably gonna unsubscribe to my channel, but guess what? I don't care because the truth is the truth. This is my testimony. I'm not changing it because that's something I went through. I'm not changing that. Why? Why should I? And even when now that I'm in my place, I don't get nobody kids no more because we feel a lot about that too. Does it hurt? No, because guess what? I have 3 kids I have to raise myself. People that's not even kin to me that been here more than my own family. I call them because at least I know I ain't gonna be talked about or you know what I'm saying, go through all that I have to go through by you being family. I ain't gotta worry about you when I walk out your house. Um, Even if they did, another family member ain't gonna call me and be like, "Well, guess what such and such said about you because you asked them for something." I don't have to worry about that because this friend is loyal. I got one friend. My circle just that small because sometimes that's the best way to be. Have a small circle because at the end of the day, you ain't got to worry about all this extra stuff. It's already messy in the world. You don't need mess in your house too. And that's the way I feel, for real. That's the way I feel. I'm tired of playing these childish games. I'm about to be 42 years old this year. Life be lifing. God knows it be lifing. But knowing what I'm going through now and coming through and and I can't say God done with me. But he ain't gonna put more on me than I can bear. So, with that being said, I just want to come up here, y'all, because I normally just do the videos and come up off there, and I want to have some, people to talk to and understand what I'm going through. Sometimes it's good to talk about it. So, Y'all, I appreciate all the love, all the subscribers, all everybody that's in my family, on YouTube. I want to thank y'all because y'all, a lot of y'all, my early subscribers know what I'm talking about. My newer ones, you can go back to some of my old videos, and it goes in detail about the homelessness. It tells the day that I started being homeless. So, y'all, I just want to get up here and say thank y'all from the bottom of my heart for being loyal, being here. Like, I have subscribers that has sent me money to help me do a little something for my kids for Christmas, and I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. This year it's a little hard, but you know God gonna get me through. Um, Dealing with this new situation. But until next time, y'all. Like I said, from the bottom of my heart, I thank y'all. Um, we gonna get through this situation too. Until next time, y'all. Peace.